Right, hi guys. I had one of my subscribers ask me a question. They said, how did I come out to my parents? How did it all happen? Yeah, that's a good one. That is really good. I had the bust up with my ex. That was in April of 2023. It all went really wrong. And I went to see my parents a week later. I phoned my parents up and I said, is it okay if I pop round to see you? I want to have a chat. My parents said, yes, pop round any time you like, we'll put the kettle on. So they weren't aware of anything that was going on. So I popped round to see them, sat down with my cup of tea and a Twix. They always used to give me a Twix. So I sat down with my parents with a cup of tea and a Twix. And I said to them, I need to tell you something. I said, things have been going a bit wrong. I said, I need to tell you about them. And I explained that myself and my wife had a big breakup. And as far as I was concerned, the marriage was over. There was no way we could save the marriage. So this I explained to my parents, that my marriage to my wife had come to an end. So they were both very accepting to that. They said, you know, if it's not right, yes, get out of the relationship, finish it, do what you have to do. They were very, very supportive. So then, obviously it seemed a very good idea to tell them other things that were going on in my life, or had been going on in my life. So I started off as a big tractor in the field just beside me, guys. That's what you can hear. Just there, he's ploughing the field up. It's an old stubble field. So, I shall wait for the tractor to go past because he might actually drown us out, I think. Go on this way, Snoop. Doing a lovely job. Right, there he goes. He's going past me now. He's only a youngster. He doesn't look very old at all. Or is it that I am just getting old? He's doing a lovely job. Right, so where were we? Yes, so then I thought it was a good time to just come clean. And I decided that this was the time. So I took a huge breath and I said to my parents, right, I need to tell you some other things that have been going on in my life that you're not aware of. And so then I told them all about my gay relationship. I'd had a gay relationship when I was 21 to 25, so 4 years I was in a gay relationship. Now my parents didn't know anything about this at all. They weren't aware of, they knew the person, we were all very friendly with the person who I was gay with. My parents knew he was gay, but they didn't realise that we were actually in a relationship. So I explained to them that I'd been in a relationship and it had finished when I was 25 years old. We finished the relationship on good terms. It just wasn't going to work out. It just wasn't going to work out, guys. So that finished, and it was a year later that I met my wife. So I was 26 when I met my wife. But I then said to them, I need to tell you something else. And I said, this is something that has been going on since I was 13 years old. And I then told them about my cross-dressing. Now I started cross-dressing at the age of 13. I was still a schoolboy, and I used to dress up in my elder sister's clothes, because my elder sister was a couple of years older than me and she was starting to develop, and she's got some beautiful clothes, and I started trying them on, wearing them. And that's how my cross-dressing had started, guys. And I loved it. I just couldn't get enough of it. It was fantastic. So I asked my mother, I said, do you know what a cross-dresser is? And she said yes, and so I explained all about my cross-dressing. And I said that I'd been cross-dressing ever since, which I had. And I said to them that because my marriage had failed, and I was going to have to start all over again, I'd like to embrace, I said, that's the exact words that I used, I'd like to embrace my cross-dressing. I even told them what my name was, because I'd already got the name of April by then. I said I want to embrace April and I want to live the rest of my life as April. Now, as soon as I said that, my mum jumped up and came over to me and wrapped her arms around me, gave a huge cuddle. And oh, what a moment. Oh, it was gorgeous. I've still got a lump in my throat now thinking about it, guys. My dad was a little bit more laid back. He did get up, he come over and he gave me a squeeze as well, but my mum was the one who jumped up. My dad followed suit eventually. I think he took a little bit more coming round, but he was accepting. And that was absolutely fantastic. It was like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. And I said to my mum and dad, I said, do you mind not saying anything at the moment? I said, because I need to try and work out some kind of game plan. I said, because you are the first I've told. And I said, I need to try and work out what I'm going to do. So they said, yes, that's fine. So it wasn't long after that I got a call off my elder sister. And my elder sister said, I've just spoken to mum and dad. And she was accepting as well. She sent her love and she said she fully backed me and she loved me, and I thought, great. So my elder sister knew then. Yeah, shortly after that my younger sister came through with exactly the same thing, same message. So my mum and dad had told both my sisters, and I didn't mind that because I knew I was going to have to tell them eventually anyway, and in some ways it made it easier for me, I suppose, having come from my mum and dad. I would have liked to have told them myself, but it didn't happen that way, and it didn't matter because I was out. And I wasn't, from that stage on, I wasn't hiding from anybody other than work. I was still not coming out at work at this time. Everybody else who knew me knew what was going on. And that was absolutely fantastic. It's hard to explain what a relief it was for that to actually happen. It's just like a huge weight lifted off your shoulder. And I felt so more relaxed and happy in myself. And not so, I wouldn't say I was frightened, but it was, yes, just that initial coming out, doing it for the first time. Oh, it was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. A day I'll never forget again. It's another day that's gone into my diary. Like many now that go into my diary, special occasions that go into my diary. Silly little things, but they all add up to making April what she is today. So I thought I'd run that one past you guys. Right, I'm going to sign out from this one and then we'll put another video on for you guys. Okay, bye-bye.